Hey guys, my name is Sam, and it's my absolute pleasure to welcome you to our very first video on the Biology Digital Hub. So through these videos, you will be learning new sets of skills that you can use in both daily life and in exam conditions. This week, we're focusing on plasma membranes. Ooh, so in year 11 you might have learned about how a plasma membrane is made up of a phospholipid bilayer, and it is very, very fluid. Today, using the phospholipid bilayer, we're going to learn a new set of skills: definitions. I know quite a lot of you might be struggling with definition questions at this stage. You don't know what to put in your answer, you don't know what is too long, what is too short, you don't know what is the best answer, but that's okay, because today I'm here to tell you there is actually a very simple way to define things. So now, let's do a question on that. Let's define the plasma membrane. There's a universal formula to answering all different definition questions. You talk about either biological structure or function, or you can talk about both structure and function in your answer. I'll explain what I mean. For example, for the previous question, you would firstly talk about structure of the plasma membrane. You would say, the plasma membrane is a selectively permeable boundary of a cell that is composed of a phospholipid bilayer and embedded proteins. Note that in this dot point, you've referred to a very distinctive and very, very important structural characteristic of the plasma membrane. You talked about how it is selectively permeable. You've also briefly explained the composition of the phospholipid structure. Next up, we talk about function. So there are a lot of functions of the plasma membrane. For example, it is involved in adhesion, it is involved in recognition, and also transport of things. But the main function would be the plasma membrane controls what comes in and out of a cell. So in this case, you would choose the main function and use it in your definition. The true answer would be a combination of structure and function, so you would say the plasma membrane is a selectively permeable boundary of a cell that is composed of a phospholipid bilayer and regulates what comes in and out of the cell. So in this answer, you have very comprehensively referred to structure and function. Alright, so another example. We want to define active transport. Now this time, active transport isn't a structure, it is a biological process. So let's try the same thing. We use structure and function to define our answer. For active transport, you would say it is the movement of substances against a concentration gradient. In this first half of the sentence, you've referred to the most important function of active transport, it being movement, and it being against a concentration gradient. And then we continue with the aid of membrane transport proteins. In the second half of the sentence, you've referred to a very important structure of the plasma membrane that allows active transport. So in this way, your answer contains both structure and function, and it is very complete and very comprehensive. I hope you guys learned something useful today. And for practice, this is what I would like you to do. Define the fluid mosaic model using the formula we've just talked about. Enjoy your day.